Hello, my name is Quentin Allen, and I am the previous operations manager here at Kansas State University from October 2010 to July 2012. Today I'm going to be taking you through the flour packing system, most specifically the animal feed recipe, so relax and enjoy. Okay, so I've slowed this video down about 50%. What we're going to do here is click over to the batch mixing screen. From here, we're going to select the job icon there on the right hand side. It looks like a bunch of papers there together. And it'll bring up the create a job screen right here. What I want to do is click new. Select the identity of the recipe, which is animal feed. Acknowledge with the OK. And we fill out the basic job parameters. A lot of it's filled out for us: the batch number, the batch size, the weight. What we do is we check the mixing time. It's at 30 seconds. That's good. For animal feed, it's a little bit less. It's enough to agitate it. And this is something you have to make sure to set every time, which is the hopper discharge speed. So we set it at around 45%. Select our major components, which basically here. I'm going to save this job. Click out of this. And I'm going to take a look and see how much flour we have in bin F1 here. I take that number and I actually write it down in the operations notebook. In the event that the sensor shows no flour on it and we have to reset that value. So again, we select our product, hard red winter patent flour. Select the bin we're pulling from, F1. Everything else looks good. Minor components, there are none in animal feed. In a receiver bin, we always select bin P1. P2 has a lower gear ratio on the gearbox from the motor to the screw conveyor, and it feeds extremely slow, so we always select P1. I'm labeling the project here, the job. As you can see below in the space, I always like to label it just for traceability purposes. I'm going to hit the save button. Check the job. That shows there's no error. Hit manually start job. And we'll begin the sequence of the equipment starting up. So I close out of here. You can see that there's available tests, and we are good to go. Okay, so we're just watching the equipment here. You can see that the mixing is cycling up with the blue there. You can see it says it's starting. I'm going to go bump the air makeup up here just a little bit and make sure we have enough air coming into the building that's being exhausted by the bin vent filters. You can see they're starting up right now. We did that just in time. And the screw conveyor below the bin that we selected will now start to dose product. What it does is if you select a certain percentage of product that comes out of one bin, it'll fill from one bin and then the next one after that. So you can see that the sensor I was talking about did show the bin going empty. Just a very sensitive sensor, so I'm going to take you through reassigning the flour value to the bin as it should be. So you can see I've slowed it down here. I actually selected bins from the top menu, and I'm selecting base flour there from the drop down menu. The bin says read 0, so I'm going to put in what the correct value after the batch mixing should be. Quick register and close. And what we have here is the screw conveyor just dosing product. So I've got it sped up to 3 or 4 times how fast it normally goes. So it's going to take us 30 seconds to get this flour into the mixer. And you can see that rather quickly the flour value there and the weight underneath the measure scale is ticking up to its 1,000-pound target. And once that's done filling, we can watch the mix time elapse from 30 to 0. As you can see, once the mix time elapses, the transport system will start up. You can see that the transfer is starting with the blue indicator there, the light blue. The job stays active. So we'll start to sequence up the equipment. We've got the bin vent filter starting over P2. It's a good time to note that there will always be flour that comes into P2. You will have to remove at the end of every run and between every changeover. You now see the sterilator starting and the blow through rebolt sifter. The airlock below the mixer is started, and we are dumping and at the same time starting the screw conveyor under the mixer. What I'm doing here is kind of a programming fault, clearing a programming fault. What I'm doing is stopping this airlock. Once the blow line reaches a high level, there you can see it. What happens is that when the mixer dumps, the screw conveyor starts at the same time. There's a rush of product that falls into the airlock and bogs down the blow line. So you have to stop and start the airlock until it's cleared out. And I just want to make a note that I plan on changing this hopefully with automation so you don't have to worry about it. However, at the current time, it's still an issue. So what you do is you stop all the equipment upstream of the airlock, clear out the airlock by starting and stopping it until there's no more flour left in it. As you can see, I'm waiting for the blow line to reach blue. There we go. Blue means uncovered. Okay, so I'm going to start it up, stop it again, see if there's any more flour left in the system here. And there's not. So I'll go ahead and start everything else, hit auto line. It's going to put everything back in automatic, and then I can continue the line from there. What I'll do is flip over to the plant utilities screen, put the air compressor back in manual so it doesn't shut itself down when the batch completes. You can see the system is now transferring flour.